if I switch footage really quickly, you can still see the Vivillon we were hunting last time. 1 second, I shall turn myself around as well. Oop, there we go. I am now facing the right way. Nothing happened in nowhere. Hello there, Zin. Good to see you. You just missed out on the Pokemon card things unless you came a little bit early. We just finished opening up our Pokemon cards. You can always check out the VOD afterwards to check that out. Pause the music here. Sorry, it's okay. We did pull some pretty cool cards, including the elusive Charizard card, which is always cool. But as of now, I've got to sort of clean up because we're done with the Rayquaza. No, Rayquaza is not part of the set. This is the Paldean Fate set. I don't think Rayquaza has been a card for a little while. So I'm just gonna start moving my stuff around real quick. So you guys have to just listen to Vivillon making noises. I like Rayquaza. Well, I guess he is pretty cool, but I think that's not how it's spelt, to say the very least. I think there's a Y instead of an I. Alright, let's put all these holo cards together. I also have to move my webcam. Now in the way. But also, if you are following Zin, there are new stream avatars that are available. So give them a look-see. Ah, okay, a fan design for Rayquaza. Gotcha. So do you actually like regular Rayquaza is the next question? Oh, there's so many cards. Webcam, you can go here. Not that it's being used for anything. I like all types of Rayquaza. No worries, no worries. Alright, I think I have enough room here to turn around and start doing Switch-related stuff. Because I gotta move my mic as well. Doop-a-doo. Alright, I think we're all good to go. Let me know if the audio is loud enough for either me talking on the mic or the Switch. So yeah, you can see here the these golden mass outbreaks. I believe they're just going to be all in the areas. Let's see. Oh, and also if you see these particular ones, I believe they're Blissey hunts. So if you are running low on Terra Shards, that would be a good idea to do those type of hunts. I think that's it right there. Oh wait, it's just next door. I can literally just walk over there. I don't enter here some frequently. I'm going to say so frequently. But that's okay. If you are here from time to time and you are following, you do get to check out the stream avatars that are available. Walk? Yeah, it's just over here. I guess ride is more the better way to say it, but it's still a similar thing. Because we were here doing some, shiny hunting, I think, for Vivillon. That's a Pokecycle? An airplane? I'm gonna guess that you have not seen Pokemon Violet. Okay, here's the Swampert. If you are behind on the whole series, you can always stop Pokemon in episode 3. Well, that's the anime. Well, if you do want to check it out, and if you're like, oh, I don't know anything about Pokemon Violet and stuff, I'm going to just shamelessly plug my YouTube because I can. You can always go and check out the different playlists that are there. I do have the Pokemon Violet series from my blind playthrough all the way up until the recent time. It is a little bit behind because I still have to update as of recent. But yeah, you can always check that out. Alright, so... let's see. I believe the raid can use 3 different Pokemon. Basically, we're just gonna have to set up. The easiest one is to literally use Annihilate. And we have one right here, so... problem is we'll probably have to retrain it, make sure it's EVs and stuff like that are correct. Because we need to get rid of HP and switch it for special defense. And we only need 2 moves, I believe, which is, we need Bulk Up and Rage Fist. That's literally it. Alright. You have Bulk Up. No Charizards exist. It's a pretty low bar, but yep, Charizard does exist, and he is in this game. And I do find it funny that you were like, I know Charizard exists, but then when I said about us getting a shiny Charizard in the Pokemon thing, you were like, Rayquaza? And I'm like, huh? Like, what are you talking about? Rayquaza and Charizard are 2 different things. Alright, so... we need to switch that. Let me double check and see what we need to have on him. We do need to change his ability, so... because apparently this Swampert we're going to fight has an annoying ability that can put us to sleep. The most Pokemon I've experienced is the mobile game. Which mobile game? Arceus equals God, yes. Pokemon Go, okay. Shell Bell. Because I was thinking... I was like, well, I mean, they do watch a bit of the anime, but I guess, yeah, they probably wouldn't play, Pokemon Masters EXE. I know, don't judge me. I'm not judging you for that. I play Pokemon Go, too. I've been using it to catch shiny Vivillon recently. I have nothing against Pokemon Go. Having these new headphones also makes Pokemon cry so much louder. I want to see if I could possibly just... let me see. When I was 5, I created my own Pokemon. I think every kid did that when they were young. Everybody likes creating their own, don't have any zinc. I've got to go buy that. Everyone liked creating their own Digimon, their own Pokemon. Man. But I was like 5 years... that was like... what? I don't like saying it. It's almost like... it's almost 25 years ago I was 5 years old. It's a horrifying thought. I'm getting old, and I'm gonna get older because my birthday is soon. Passage of time cannot be stopped. Chansey's medicines. Interesting, I can't buy the medicines without, with LP. Oh, I just realized something too. I'm on this wrong, thing. Let me switch that around. There we go. I was wondering why there was the little Kirby floating in the screen. There we go, fixed up the, stream avatars. Alright, so the only real setup we need is to just make sure our Annihilate is the right nature. Which is not. I need attack up, special attack down. I don't know if I have that mint though. We also need to switch his ability. Okay. No, I need to buy the mints. I assume I can just buy them here. I should buy a couple of these so I can have them on hand. This is a pretty common typing. I also realized that, Zin, you're about to get your mind blown once we get into this fight. If you've only watched literally 3 episodes of the anime. Right, I think he's all set up to go. Got Vital Spirit. That's all done. And we literally only need Bulk Up and Rage Fist. So apparently you can do this solo. But, I mean, if anyone else who maybe here wants to join, just let me know. Alright. Oh? I didn't know Dracolock could, like, spawn here. Huh. Quickly save the game. Alrighty. Turn the online on just for now. But I guess, actually, I should probably show you guys the news. Because it usually pops up when we start the stream, but I did check this earlier. So yeah, we have obviously the Mighty Swampert, which is apparently going to be a poison type. So the other two, I think, strategies people have been using is Stored Power Vaporeon and Stored Power Slowbro, I believe. But yeah, we'll be using Annihilate for this. And then we also have these mass outbreaks. So we have mass outbreak for Finizen, Lotad, and Horsey. And this isn't a shiny increase, I will say. This is only mark increase. So if you haven't got the kindly mark, this is where you can get it. And I don't think I actually have the kindly mark myself, but I've been permanently turned off these type of things due to, like, the complete stress of it. and constantly not getting them on. Alright, I'm gonna turn on as a group so I can take a little bit of a slight break. So I can get a bit of water. I have been talking for almost 2 hours. Non-stop about cards and stuff. Some water in me. Oh. And I also do have to have my Pokemon Go open. Because I will need to grab a postcard for when we do the, when we do the, what's the word? The Vivillon hunt. Favorite kingdom and why? What? I might need a little bit more information than just that. Like, there's a lot of kingdoms in various worlds and whatnot, so I kind of need a little bit more than that. Real kingdoms and empires count as well? That doesn't really narrow it down, does it? Hmm. Trying to think. That one place in Monster Hunter technically has a princess, so that's technically a kingdom in Starbreak. A Sunbreak. I just don't remember the name of the place at the top of my head. Yeah, it's Elgato. Kingdom of Elgato, I guess. Alright, let's give this a go and see how it goes. I don't think I really play many games that have a kingdom, to be honest. I mean, when was the last time I can think of was literally maybe Monster Hunter? I guess Dragon Quest had kingdoms. None of my guillotine has something to say about it. Yeah, I know. Oh, seriously? An accuracy drops straight off the bat? That is rough. Alright. At least we're healing a little bit, and Rage Fist is getting stronger. I think we just need to keep doing this until... Because I think Swampert does take your stats at some point, so... I need to figure out... That accuracy drop is costing us. I can't believe that one accuracy drop screwed us over there. Alright, there's the nullification. I don't know if we'll survive another attack though, because that missed Rage Fist earlier really cost us. And our partners aren't really helping either. Also, he needs to stop using Hydro Pump. I'd rather not. Alright, thank you. Yep, keep missing him. I need 2 more. We'll do 1 more bulk up and see how much damage this does. Because we are running out of time. That did nothing. Stop using Hydro Pump. I can see why we took that special defense. It's an keep spamming it. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a rip. I don't think I can do enough damage. And I realize I don't have enough Rage Fist too. I might have to use a PP Max for that next time. Oh, now you use Earthquake, of course. Only now. And that accuracy drop earlier cost me. Oh no, at least nothing happened, but man. I am sick of how that 1 accuracy drop is just costing me so much. Okay, I think I should be able to take it out with the last amount of attacks I have? I don't know. I've only got 2 Rage Fists left. I have to make sure I don't miss them. Okay, I think we've got it. Question mark. Oh my god! Why? 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 Both times. Double accuracy drop. That is such nonsense. Thank goodness that Rage Fist keeps getting stronger each time. Oh, that was so badly played. I mean, I won, so I guess that's all that matters. But man, that could have gone a way better. Alright, in the ball. Alrighty, there we go. I got one Herba Mystica for my trouble. Now let's see if we can do it again at a much better rate. I do find it funny how it says Swampert makes its nests on beautiful beaches. Isn't Swampert supposed to be like a marsh Pokemon? Maybe he likes the beaches. Right, let's put that mighty mark on him. Alrighty, that's another one down. Not many more to go. Probably once, like, all the starters get given mightiest marks. I think the only one that I haven't done is, like, Cinderace, and I think once that's done, I guess that we would not need to come back to this game. Maybe just, like, salmon's moving really far to mate, maybe. Because, yeah. It'd be a bit of a surprise to see a Swampert in the beach. Considering that you don't even find them in the beach areas in this game. You can only really find them in over in, what's the word? The caves and stuff. I need to check something real. Thought I heard something rumbling, but I don't know. We've been having a bit of thundering recent. We've had really, really bad weather over here in Australia. Especially around where I live. It's been raining for the past few days. And because of that, we've had flood warnings happening, and people have had to be evacuated due to the flood warnings. Hey there, Castform. Good to see ya. You just missed out on the Pokemon card opening, which we did just a moment ago. But you can always check the VOD later to see the results of all the cards, and I will be posting, I guess for some of the people who may be in the Discord, we'll be posting some of the results there too. But, yeah, we're just currently doing the event raid for, Swampert. We'll probably do it 2 more times, and then I will do some shiny hunting. Because the strategy I have is, it's okay, you can do it in solo sort of thing, but like, it's a little bit thing. A shiny sandwich together. You can join it with a shiny sandwich, but you're going to have to do a bug sandwich, no questions asked. Because we'll be hunting for Vivillon patterns. Yeah, we're trying to get all the Vivillon patterns and such before I do, like, back to the shiny hunting months. Because I believe I will be doing it, a shiny hunting month on Monday, which we will be specifically targeting a particular region of Pokemon. And then we will be doing the birthday stream, which will be hunting for my favorite Pokemon to get... actually, I'll do randoms. We'll see how randoms go. We'll be doing one where we get all the, try and get the Destiny mark. And I think, Wednesday might be a late stream. So, we'll see if we can do it on Wednesday. And try and, we might do a bit more of the Dynamax adventures to see if we can get closer to getting that shiny Lunala. But yeah, that's all happening next week, so we'll be doing a bit of Pokemon stuff next week. And then the week after that, it'll probably be focusing a lot of hunting shiny Grookey. It's annoying. I don't think I've tried for Grookey just yet. Masuda and okay, sandwiches. Right. I haven't been back in doing Masuda method in Sword and Shield. It's been a very long time since I've done that. Last time I did that was in relations to making a battle team in Sword and Shield. That was a very long time ago. Most of my battle team's actually been moved up to my shiny boxes in home. There's so many people out here with their didn't change their profile pictures. I wonder if it's just that they can't be bothered or they just didn't know. Because I notice there's a lot of people like that. Not liking the looks of this. Like, one guy has a Slowbro and it looks like he knows what he's doing, but really concerned about the guy who just pulled out a Mewtwo, unless that's what he had at the front of his party. Nope, he disconnected as well. People do not want to take the 4th slot for some reason. Oh, the Slowbro guy dropped. I guess he's... Holy heck, come on, people. We're going, whether whoever's left or not. Two Latiases is crazy. Alright, you're all locked in. You can't... Whether we suffer in this fight or not, we're all going in. Okay. Don't think the Lottie got hit by that. Alright. I think the Belly Bolt and the Gastrodon are working together as a team because of the drop in the special defense. Belly Bolt is dead. Off to a good start. I feel like you can learn Acid Spray on something other than Belly Bolt. That's not good. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna win with this one. The belly bolt's already died twice. We're already halfway down the timer. Oh, now you use Reflect. Why didn't you use that earlier? Oh well. One more. Should be able to terrestrialize after this. Yeah, I think the belly bolt is gonna cost us because he keeps dying. That's the third death I've seen from him. I don't have enough time to bulk up or anything. Well, Latias just died, yet we're definitely not gonna win this. Excuse me, Swampert? What was that? Just hits me 3 times to add insult to injury before we all die. I think I did a lot better when I was by myself. That's like the downside of finding random NPCs. Well, not really NPCs, I shouldn't say that, they're random players. Sometimes you'll find, like, people who know what they're doing, and then sometimes you just find nothing. Legends Arceus multi-hit mechanic. I don't think it was a multi-hit mechanic, I think it was just that. Just catching up with itself. That's more like it. It's like Scarlet and Violet's lag be like, brr. Though I do wonder if the multi-hitting mechanic will be back in Legends ZA. More like NSO online. I don't know. I think this is a legit, like, Scarlet and Violet thing. Because you can definitely say Smash isn't this laggy. Oh my god, I just realized something. Look at this entire team. I couldn't have gotten a worse team for Swampert. Two of the mons are weak against, two of them are weak against water, 2 of them are weak against ground, like... What is this garbage, Pokemon Violet? They're like, you want to do solo? Here's solo, you're gonna have to do this all by yourself. least we're getting a couple of misses. Here comes the barrier. Flying type would be good right now, lol. Yeah, pretty much. Not 3 Pokemon all weak against. Because I think it's... Actually, does Swampert even use a poison type move? It uses... I've seen Muddy Water, Earthquake, and Hydro Pump. And that's pretty much it. Bronzong would excel in this fight? I don't know. I don't think Bronzong has anything to really hit back with. Because, like... I mean, you'd have to make sure it's a Levitate Bronzong as well, not Heat-proof Bronzong. I mean, most people can come up with all sorts of things, I guess. And it's not like I know what Swampert's last move is as well. I can always check when we get out of this. But yeah, the fact that Bronzong hasn't been like, I've seen some people do like runs for solo and Bronzong is not ever mentioned. Some people say Espartra could work. Nope. Not put. Oh, it's Yawn. That's what its final move is. Got Yawn, Muddy Water, Hydro Pump, Earthquake. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, most Pokemon can work. It's just a matter of if you can do enough damage to take it out. The reason Annihilate works quite well here is because Rage Fist gets stronger every time you take damage. They can start like chunking really big damage even if it's not super effective. And obviously Shell Bell is to heal as well. Alright. Giratina with Levitate could work too. You can say that, but remember we had a Latias with us earlier and Latias died. No! The miss. No, the double miss! Seriously? Well, I think I'm screwed, because I needed to not miss all, like, those 2 earlier hits. Because all I have is, like, close combat. I'm just gonna bulk up one more time and then go for it. Never mind, missed again. I get 1 accuracy drop and it's like I'm blind in like 1 eye. Oh, that's fun. Oh my god! No way, we lose this. Oh! How did I miss 4 times in a row from 1 accuracy drop? That's so nonsense. Well, hopefully the AI can clean up. That's such bull. Oh, thank goodness it's enough, but my goodness. It shouldn't have gotten that close. Alright. I guess I got 1 spicy Obaka. But I do know one thing, I don't want to do that again. Man, that was rough to say the least. Alrighty, I guess we should get the shiny hunting started. Gotta compensate for the luck you had in the car openings? Yeah, pretty much. That was rough. 4 misses, yeah. 1 accuracy drop resulted in two misses in the department of Rage Fist, and then another 2 misses for close combat. And also I got crit as well, so that wasn't fun either. Let me see. Okay, I need to get my Pokemon Go open. I like how this game tells me there's Pokemon I've not caught before hanging around. I'm like, yeah, I don't see them. Then again, I'm not moving or anything like that. I'm just literally sitting in one place. Alright, if I remember rightly... do that. Get my postcards. Scroll down. Because there's a person who gives me the same postcards over and over again. And I double checked to see what the modern pattern was, and it seems that he tends to send me stuff from modern pattern, so very easy to find. There we go. Send to the Switch. Alright. Here. Correct. Gotta double check the pattern is the correct pattern that we've just spawned in. And seeing that Curse Form wants to join in the sandwiches, I'm gonna have to pull up my little data for multiplayer sandwiches. Where are the Vivillon? There they are. There we go, there's the modern pattern Vivillon. I'll quickly catch it so I can have one registered under my ID. Over in home. I mean, we could just use a regular Pokeball for this guy. I guess I should probably weaken it if I'm going to use a regular Pokeball. I am excited to see if it'll be easier to find some of the Vivillon once we get to Pokemon ZA. Though I do wonder if they're going to re-release that Pokeball patent Vivillon. It was ages ago. It was back when X and Y happened. We got a Pokeball patent one. So I'm wondering if we'll get it back. Alright. Vivillon. This Pokemon was born in a sun-drenched land. Each of them have different little descriptions. Alright, let's get the Union Room going. And if anyone else would like to join for maybe sandwiches, then let me know. Yeah, the Eternal Floette one is a big one. But I bet you'll be shiny locked. As all of them are. That's gonna suck, because pretty much all those ones are gonna be shiny locked. But, I mean, I'll take it being shiny locked being the fact that we actually get it for real. Save. Because, I mean, I'm, as everyone knows, probably who's been here long enough on this channel, that I am a huge, like, fan of, alternate forms. First things first, I'm going to quickly take a quick break. I'll be back in maybe just a minute or so. And I'll open the room, and once I'm back, we'll close it and make sandwiches. I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, I am back. It'd be cool in Pokemon if you can change your name. I mean, not many games have it that you can change your name once you've put it. That's pretty much why they say, "Are you sure?" at the beginning of a game when you give yourself a name. I have to find that picture I had. Because I do not know where I have it anymore for the shiny things. It's really loud as I'm trying to focus. Oh, I forgot to change those things. I thought I saved it somewhere, how to make sandwiches in multiplayer, but unfortunately, because I'm live, I can't take a look at my, my tabs on my actual stream. Okay, wait a second, here we go. There it is, I got it. Perfect. Alright. Where the heck are we? Would be a good place to make a sandwich. Yeah. So I need bug sandwich, so... Past form we'll need to bring... Probably both. If you bring pickles and one of the onions and salt, that should be enough. I assume you have all the ingredients. Alright, ready to go. Bug is cherry tomato. Cherry tomatoes are annoying to work with. They're so small and Because for some reason the game puts it like more face up, so they tend to topple over a lot. These I need to bring one of each. What shall I put? Castform, I just said what you needed to bring, weren't you listening? Alright, let me start from the top. You need to bring pickle and red onion and salt. Feels like I'm in a classroom when some people like, I'm just like, hey. No, we just get any of... do you have butter or mayo? Well, you're gonna have to put one of those things on. Or do you have a Herba Mystica? Like one Herba Mystica? At the very least? You just have olive oil. Okay, put one Herba Mystica then, and I'll put the... I'll have to put the, I'll put salt instead. So make sure you grab one Herba Mystica. Alright. Get these out of the way, because they're very fickle to work with. Put them in the capsicums so that they don't roll away. Okay, that should be correct if we've done this correctly. Only one way to find out. Best topless sandwich. I would never eat this sandwich. I think it's not gonna work, I just realized. Because I think Castform forgot an ingredient. Oh no, maybe not. Let me double check. Oh, I can see the pickles. They're all buried under that. Okay, it worked. Thank goodness. I thought it was like... I couldn't see the pickles because they're underneath the flour. Alright. It's all working. Alright. Rush over to my usual spot. I don't know if it will cause much lag if the two of us are still in the server, but we'll see. Only one way to find out, I guess. Because I think if you're next to each other, it gets pretty laggy. We'll see how the lag goes. If it's too bad, then I'll just disconnect. A little slow. But... And I also don't know what Castform is hunting for, so... Unless Castform wants to quickly rush over and grab one of these Vivillon, because the Vivillon patterns do not transfer over games, so... Even if you're in my server, if you go anywhere near Vivillon and stuff like that, they will always spawn the regular versions. So if you want this particular pattern, then I would come over and grab one while you can. Unless you have Pokemon Go, it's the only way to get them. Yeah, you can see how there's a regular one just over there. Yeah, it does suck. It kind of wish that they could be that, that if you're just in the server, you can spawn the other ones, but no. Apparently Vivillon always will spawn with the regular ones. Like, the only things that get affected by being in someone else's server is literally just the version exclusives. Because I would definitely use it as a method to hunt for Vivillons with other people. If that was the case, but it's really not. It's a solo hunt. Gotta wait for Castform to be finished catching. I think I might quickly disconnect the Union Room just for now so that we don't have to deal with this sort of lag that's currently plaguing us right now. Problem is that once Pokemon jumps over to like what? Jumps over to ZA, this game's probably not going to get many updates. Though there's always that thing, the theory that it's just because the hardware doesn't also help. So people have been rumoring if there is a Switch 2 that it might actually help with the lag a bit of this game, but yeah. The problem is we've got to hope that this doesn't happen for when ZA comes out. That's the biggest concern. That's why I think everyone was so excited that ZA was going to take a while to come out. Was literally so that we don't have to deal with what happened here. Because I do love these games, but I cannot defend the sheer atrocities that are the lag and the terrible camera angles and glitches and stuff. Yeah, and also to devs having bigger breathing room because they really need it. Like, people forget that game developers are human too. It's kind of interesting because there was something that for the Sony Plays thing that happened today, just a couple of hours ago. The creators of Among Us showed up on stream, you know, just to say thank you about their game and whatnot. But they were mentioning how they want to support other indie developers because apparently indies are suffering from the crunch that is happening because, yeah, they don't have the funds to actually, you know, make their dreams a reality. So they created, you know how I think indie is, what's the word? The Among Us group is called Inner Sloth, I think. So they've made a new company called Outer Sloth, and using the funds that they got from Among Us and other games that they have in their series, they're using it to help other indie developers have the funds to actually make the games that they're making. And yeah, they're helping out 7 different companies, which is really cool. And I was like, hey, that's really cool. Like, that because they even said it themselves, they want to play indie games, because sometimes indies come up with, like, crazy things that, the big companies can't come up with, or don't have the, or are restricted from doing that sort of stuff. So yeah, support your indies. There's some pretty cool games out there. Because things like, you know, Elden Ring and Dark Souls are a big thing, but you could never imagine a game where it's a Dark Souls game where you play as a hermit crab. Only in the indie development you can do that. All these butterflies. They're really pretty, I must say, just in this game. But it also was pretty sad because I was watching a streamer who was there just for Monster Hunter, and the sheer amount of people just like, come on, hurry up, because they put Monster Hunter last on the list. I think I was telling my dad about it, and I was laughing a little bit, just like how impatient they were. But I understand, if you're there for one game and you don't really care about all the other games, I guess that makes sense, but at the same time, like, some people did put a bit of effort in some games, so, you know, give them a little bit of respect for their work. But yeah, I wonder if developers are like that, where they're like, oh, our game's finally gonna be in a Nintendo Direct. That's so cool. And then they're like, oh, also we put the newest Mario game in this Direct as well. Like, it'd be very hard to compete. Or like back in the day when Smash Brothers would be up and everybody just gets so angry and just ignore all the other games just for Smash. I always felt bad for that, but now I feel like even more bad for them. Being somebody who wants to work into the game industry, knowing that there is a chance that I want to show off my game and it'll be just people will just respond with yawn or I don't care, just move along, or you're wasting time. Ugh. From experience, I can tell you, yeah. You are still happy you got shown because there's always someone that will react, yeah. Me and my one fan. It's like how when another code got shown off and I was like, oh, that's cool. And there was like people who were like excited for another code, like a small group of people, even though, you know, also being on a Nintendo Direct is nerve-wracking, I can imagine. Because there's a lot, yeah, because a new Direct, yeah, you, I think it was that you posted was it you that, posted a game into the Nintendo Direct, I remember, some years ago? Or it was a year ago, I don't know. Time is a weird concept. Yeah, it was the card game, wasn't it? If I remember rightly. But yeah, I can imagine how nerve-wracking it is. Just imagine being like somebody who's like, what's the word? Like, what was it? The person who voice actors also probably have it rough as well. Because I remember the person who voices Kirby was doing voice lines for Smash at some point. And they're like, okay, we need you to do voice, you know, a little bit of voice acting for the new character that's coming out, because obviously Kirby gets a new copy ability as per usual. And they were like, oh, you just have to say Power Wave. And they were like, wait, is this Terry Bogard? Like, they immediately knew from the voice line. They were like, wait, is Terry getting into Smash? And I can't imagine what they would have been like, just like, I can't say anything about this. I wanted to show people the trailer I helped make. Yeah. But yeah, I can't imagine. Some people are probably like vibrating like, I want to say something, but you can't. But that's also fun as well, like seeing people's reactions to something you already know. It's like when people go watch video games and they get to that point. It's you know those games where it's like that part in a video game, you know, the shocking reveal, and you have to absolutely say nothing about it. And you just gotta watch and see how other people react to it. God, Xenoblade has a couple of those. And it gets to a point that whenever people stream those games later on, there's just a group of people waiting in the shadows being like, oh yeah, here comes that part. And I can't even say anything about those parts because they're huge spoilers. But you know, the part. And everybody's just waiting for all the people who've never seen these before, and they're like, heh. I wonder if that's how they feel. Pressure of knowing the forbidden knowledge. You just gotta not think about it, pretty much. I think we had to do that back when it was Cress's birthday, didn't we? Where we were all, like, getting together in a small little group and, like, you know, working out on what we were gonna do. Hey! Welcome back, AJ. We're doing some shiny hunting now for the Vivillon pattern. We finished opening our cards. We beat the Swampert twice and never again. And now we're doing some shiny hunting. So we're going after our favorite, Vivillon, featuring male Combi, hopefully not. At some point, like, if we are doing our shiny hunting, maybe I should just make a poll. One of those things where it's like, will I find a male Combi? Because, I mean, we gotta keep doing these hunts until we get every single pattern. And there's still a couple of patterns we're missing. Because this is, like, the only way for me to get the a shiny Vivillon with my ID until, like, I don't know, ZA, maybe? Yeah, we were just talking about, the forbidden knowledge of knowing when a direct is on. Or just, you know, knowing secrets in video games. Like, I think one of the big things was, like, when I was replaying Dragon Quest XI, and I was like, oh yeah, I just have to casually not mention, like, the massive spoiler part that happens in Dragon Quest XI. And there are some games where they're like, some person's like, man, you have to play this game. And people are like, yeah, what's it about? And you're like, I legitimately can't tell you anything about this game. You just have to trust me. There are a couple of games like that. Like, one of the big mainstream ones, I would say, like, back in the day was, like, Doki Doki Literature Club. Like, that's the one I can think of at the top of my head. Like, you could not tell anyone what that game was about. They're like, you just gotta trust me, bro, and go into it blind. Because obviously, if you look up anything about it, it immediately just spoils everything. Another one recently was when I decided to take a look into Slay the Princess, that visual novel, and I had no idea what I was getting into. And now that I've seen it, and apparently they're doing some expansions on it soon, I can't be like, oh yeah, go play that game, or like, go give it a go, or watch someone play it, because there's like, I legit can't say anything about that game. I'm like, just trust me, bro. It's a good game. Like, just watching it, I was like, oh my goodness. This game's cool as hell, but like, you legit can't say anything, because it's a huge spoiler, like, because it's one of those, it's like how do I describe it? It's a visual novel, obviously, so there's a lot of talking, but the voice acting is great in there. That's probably, like, the art style is this mesmerizing pencil wavy art, so if you've seen anything about Amori, aka another game you can't talk about, yeah, the art style for Amori and Slay the Princess have a very similar feeling, but Slay the Princess has a beautiful art style, and the fact that there's so many different, like, scenes and stuff like that, I will say, the fact that someone had to go and draw all those scenes is just so mesmerizing to look at. But yeah, it's probably not a, it's definitely not a children's game, I would say. I'm pretty sure it's solidly in the M section. Also, the voice of the princess is such a shit poster. Yeah. Nice. And the voice actor for the narrator and all the other voices, I guess we'll say, like the narrator voice, he's got a really good voice as well. It's a very solid voice that you can listen to, like, constantly without it getting too irritating. That's something you have to always be worried about. Like, if you're gonna have a narrator, you better hope the narrator's got a good voice. But yeah, it's a good game. That's all I can say. And if you're interested in visual novels, and I'm pretty sure its tagline literally says it's a love story. That's like the only tagline I can give you. And if you like that sort of shit, then yeah. Give it a go or watch someone play it. I would say if you want the full experience, you should just go into it blind and play it. Because obviously everyone's experience is going to be different. Especially with a game like that. But yeah. It was such a good game. And then I got to the end watching it and I was like, dang. Like, I was a bit sad that that was the end. Because I almost wanted more, but at the same time I knew that I couldn't have more. You know what I mean? Like, they reached an ending. And with that ending, whichever one you get, like, with that ending, it's just, that's it. And there's so many games like that. There's only one first experience. Yeah, pretty much. You can't really replay it again. There are a lot of games like that, isn't there? Where you play a game and you're like, damn, I wish I could just erase my memory and just play that game from scratch again and re-experience it. Because I can think of so many games that I would love to re-experience for the first time. That I can think off the top of my head. Like, the first Xenoblade game, I would love to have replay that game with just no knowledge about the game because of just how much I fell in love with that game. Like I was talking about earlier, Dragon Quest, even though I played it again on stream, that was my second playthrough, And I still enjoyed that game thoroughly, despite it being my second playthrough. But yeah, the first playthrough was something magical. I am playing a live visual novel game, and I'm both dreading and looking up to the next chapter, and you can have that only once. Yeah. Because you just have no idea where it's going. Another game that I think is on the Switch that I could technically play is like One Shot. That's another, I can't tell you anything about that game. Like, I know sort of the premise of One Shot, but it's such a unique experience back in the day. Man, it's been a while since we've been in that era, isn't it? The RPG Maker era, I miss it. I used to dig that era so much. There's so many creative people coming up with games. It feels like it was ages ago too now. Like a bygone era. Could just play SW Hunters. SW Hunters? Is that abbreviated for something? Just one double check. Star Wars Hunters. Ah, okay. I don't think I've really played anything Star Wars related. I know it's criminal. I know nothing about Star Wars. All I know is that they have a mixture of games. Like, some games, bad. Some games, good. Lego games, apparently very good. That's what I always find funny, is apparently the Lego games, like, you'd think they're childish, but apparently a lot of people say a lot of the Lego games are really good. Like, that's a general consensus I've heard. Because they mix, like, serious with, like, stupid humor. And it really works. Looks like a clunky third-person MOBA game. Ugh. Probably not my cup of tea. Lego Yoda death is one of the sound effects of all time. But, like, I'm pretty sure, like, also with Lego, you can really expand it. Like, it's not just Star Wars they've done Lego, they've done Jurassic Park. They've done, like, all sorts of different genres of games. Because Lego isn't really, like, a genre, to say the least, or, like, it's not its own series. It's, like, a medium. And I think that's what allows them to have such a wide range. And, I mean, it's a kid's toy, so they're not going to take it super seriously. Which, in itself, makes it great. Not looking good. We're at the 10-minute mark and nothing to talk about in terms of finding shinies. At least this Vivillon pattern's really bright, so I can see it from a distance. Because I think when we did the, is it the forest one or the green one? That was a bit difficult to see. The modern one wasn't too bad. There are a couple of purple flowers, so it can be a little hard, but nothing too hard. I'm back. Welcome back. We're just chatting about video games. That's kind of what these shiny hunting sections are, just us talking about video games. Like, for example, I could talk about the D&D session I had where I rolled so poorly, and I'm surprised I didn't die. So we're sort of in this underwater area in our other D&D session. Also, if you haven't checked out the other D&D that I do with The Alchemist, as I am one of the players, I believe they've archived or made a playlist of all the D&D sessions. Oh, there it is, right there in the middle. Go away, Vespa Quinn, I can see you. We did it, guys! We found it without running into a male combi. Hey! But yeah, I believe The Alchemist has all the D&D sessions, and next week we will be doing another session of D&D. And it's going to be an interesting one, I'm pretty sure, because we're kind of in a weird situation, if I remember rightly. Let me see if I can send a shout out to my favorite Al. Because they deserve it, considering everything. There we go. What ball do I want to put this guy in? I mean, Pokeball matches. I only have one sports ball. Alright, we still have the bug sandwich on deck. So I think I'm going to quickly run over to where Swaddle are and attempt to get one of those. Because we still need one more. So we don't want to waste this sandwich. Yeah, it looks like they're playing Kingdom Hearts. They've been in a bit of a Kingdom Hearts mood. No Combi. We're not... no Combi. Not this time. I beat the Combi this time, no Combi. We found the, Combi can't spawn in this area, so that's a big reason. We can find either Swaddle here or Tarantula. So we're looking for bright red or bright white. Anyways, yeah, so I believe they have their YouTube on their Twitch page, maybe? And you, we love our male Combis and Salandits around here. You joke about male Salandit, but I haven't even found Salandit, funnily enough. I haven't even gone searching for one, let alone looking for, like, the female Salazzle. I guess once we get to the Alola section of our shiny hunting, we will be hunting for those particular mons. Yeah, Alola is a weird state with shinies for me. Because I think I've got like a decent amount, but at the same time, I look back and I'm like, whoa, I don't actually have many Alolan mons. Gala's pretty empty as well, in terms of my shiny hunting. Basically anything within the first 5 gens is pretty finished. Obviously there's some that we've got to still catch in X and Y, but I feel like we'll skip Kalos for now, because we've been doing a lot of Vivillon hunts. And I don't know how many Kalos mons are left in this game that I haven't gotten as a shiny. And I think, yeah, when I was checking, I think it was Alola and Gala were the ones that I really wanted to go for first. In terms of, I don't have any of these mons. I think the region I have the most shinies are Paldea and Kanto. Oh, yeah. Paldea has definitely made it easier to find shinies, for sure. I thought that was a Swaddle, but it's a Pachirisu. Has Fia seen my shiny decks? I have seen your shiny decks. And if you guys want to take a look at my shiny decks, which has been... I think it's currently updated to the current amount. You can always do !shiny and it will show you the shiny decks. I have every shiny but some of the babies and legends for Paldea. Yeah. I do hope they make a big announcement when it comes to those legendaries if they get shinies in a mystery gift or whatnot, because that's probably what's going to happen, is they're going to mystery gift them. So I really hope it's a really big announcement so that I don't miss it, because I would be devastated if I miss it. And I have a feeling they're going to do the same thing with Miraidon and Koraidon, where they'll be like, you can only get this one in this version of the game. So I'm going to have to like get multiple Miraidons so I can trade for a Koraidon. But I really do hope they don't shiny lock it, because man, we need to like send a petition over. Gonna be Target exclusive? Yeah, back to the Amiibo era when they had exclusivity. And it kind of sucks because I don't think there's a Target near me anymore. The Target that used to be near me closed down and got replaced by a Kmart. Toys R Us exclusives, oh wait. You say that, but Toys R Us is still around. Just not in open areas. Like, you can still buy stuff on Toys R Us. I think I bought Pokemon cards recently from them, like, some time ago. Got a target near me, I got you if that happens. Thanks, man. But yeah, we'll see. We'll all... If it happens, I'll probably even post in my Discord that it's happening. Because there are, like... Not only do I want Miraidon and Koraidon. Koraidon has an amazing shiny. Which... Like, Miraidon's not too bad. But, like, definitely, like... Koraidon shiny is wonderful to look at. It's such a good shiny. And then the Treasures of Ruin have pretty solid shinies, I think. I think the only one that doesn't really have a very solid shiny is maybe Tinglu. But, like, Chi-Yu is the one I want the most. Like, they better drop Chi-Yu. I want shiny Chi-Yu. You can't just make a blue goldfish and just not release it. That's bull, if that was the case. But it's kind of funny because, like, the Treasures of Ruin have, like, really bright and, like, noticeable shinies. And then you go over to, like, Kitakami, and my goodness, all the legendaries from Kitakami kind of suck in shinies. Like, Ogerpon's face goes green. You know, the part you don't see ever, unless it's, like, in a box. Because it's always wearing the masks. I think Monkey Dory goes a slight shade brown. Serendipity also goes a slight shade color. And, like, Okidoki might be the only one that really changes drastically, but, like, yeah, they got hit hard. I think the only one that really changes drastically is, like, Pecharunt, maybe? And then, obviously, the, paradoxes from, the Indigo Disc are pretty solid, especially in the regards of the past paradoxes. But yeah, that's another case of what's the word? Chrome shinies again. But Terrapagos at least looks like it's changed a decent amount as well. Scarlet Paradox is cool. Cool Violet Paradox shinies. Robots with chrome. Yeah, everything's chrome in the future. And I mean, it works on some mons, but it doesn't work on all of them. That's probably my biggest issue with future paradoxes. Because, like, compared to the past paradoxes, a lot of them are very easy to tell, very noticeable. I mean, the only one I would say is the least noticeable might be Sandy Shocks, because Magnemite doesn't have a really big change shiny, but that's the issue, huh? Whilst things like Iron Moth, Iron Hands, they barely change with the chrome, because they're mostly already silver. But things like Iron Bundle and, what's the word? Iron Valiant and Iron Thorns change very drastically with the chrome. So I feel like we could have made, like, some of the future paradoxes a little better. Yeah. Alright. Sandwich is going to be up. And we still have about... We have about 3 sandwiches worth of shinies we can do some hunting for. Though I know Castform probably still wants to do shiny hunting. They have been shiny hunting with me, like, off stream at times, so I'm pretty sure they would be excited to do shiny hunting, but I need you to go buy the ingredients, please. If you need a list of what needs to be gotten, if you look underneath the video, there should be a shiny charm image, and it should have all the explanation there. And an info chart which you can click, and that will tell you the ingredients you need. So make sure that you have them. Yeah, I don't know what I want to go for. I do want to save Torchic for the Destiny Mark one, because I do want to get a shiny Destiny Mark Torchic. It's going to be hard, but I want it. And I'm gonna fight. And then maybe I might get a shiny try for shiny Minun as well. I already have a shiny Minun, but, like, I want to get... It's one of my favorite Pika clones, and it's in this game, so I do want to get it with a mark. But yeah, there's not many mons that I have left that I am like, oh, I want that with the shiny, like, this special mark on it, that I haven't already got as a shiny, because, I mean, if it's my favorite, I would have already, you know, shiny hunted for it. That would kind of make sense, right? Alright, I'm gonna check my handy dandy shiny decks so I can see what I could go for instead. My first shiny was don't remember. You don't remember what your first shiny was? But your first shiny is always your most important. I remember my first shiny vividly. Mine was a shiny Budu in Pearl. Completely found 100% odds in the Safari. And I still have it to this day, safely in my home bank. Shiny Cinderace and Shield, or shiny Fearow in white. Ah, yeah. There's a lot of... That's the beauty of a first shiny in, like, a lot of games, is that everyone's first shiny is just different. Because sometimes it's someone who's not shiny hunting, sometimes it is someone who's shiny hunting. So it's just a huge range of different things that you can get. Alright, so I only have, like a small group of Pokemon that I can get in Sinnoh, which is, like, I need 2 Chimchars and Munchlax. But the Munchlax is weird, because I want to get Munchlax from the, whatchamacallit. I wanted to get Munchlax from the Ogre ousting, but I just didn't have time. Nah, I wasn't shiny hunting, I was trading, but it's weird because the shiny had my OT. Nothing sus about it. Right. Is it still counted as the first shiny if it's by trades, though? Because... what is, like, your first wild shiny? Alright, I think I might, I could do a fire sandwich. But we'll see, because I know... Casform, do you want to do another sandwich hunt before we get too deep into this conversation? Another sandwich, alright. Make sure you go get the ingredients, please. Go get some salt, mayo, and butter. And then I'll open up another union room. Because I can think of either doing, like, the only one I'd probably want to do is a fire sandwich, maybe? Because I know you said you want to do a grass sandwich for Grookey. So we can do the grass sandwich. I've just got to find out what I want to target for grass whilst I'll wait for you to go get the ingredients first, but I'll open up the union room anyways while I'm thinking. So there's not many left in, like, Gen 5 that I have to get. That I have no grass types in Gen 5 by the looks of it. What are the grass ingredients? You just need to bring the same thing. I just bring the things, so... I only just get lettuce as extra. All you need to bring is make sure you have a pickle, a red onion, and then salt, butter, and mayo. That's all. That's the beauty of this recipe, is that I'm the one who provides most ingredients, so I'm usually fully stacked with things. What grass types do I have that I can catch in this game? I still need to catch more Rowlets, but that's part of the Alola thing, so I don't really want to do anything Alola. Wacky, so I guess Grookey's another one I need to do. I need to catch one more Smoliv. I don't have Capsakid and Scorevillain. Wow, is that really it? I don't have many grass types. I guess I've been pretty on top of grass types. Oh, Bramblin and Bramblegast I don't have either. I forgot their grass types too. But yeah. I might hunt for Smoliv. Already did 2 sandwiches and nothing. You're not on... Am I? Oh, right. Sorry. Let me put on online. I forgot I turned it off to prevent Pokemon despawning. I've also got to put this Vivillon away as well. I didn't actually check if it had a mark. Might as well check, right? No mark. Save the game because we got the Vivillon. Thanks for letting me know. I forgot about that. Hope you got the ingredients in the time that I was wasting sitting on the wrong thing. But yeah, I only need one more Smoliv and then I'm done. That line. Because I need it just for our reliever. Yeah, I think I'll stick to Paldea stuff for now. Either Paldea or Unova. Because I want to leave Gala and especially Alola for its own separate thing. Oh. There goes Kofi Bot. Sent to the Shadow Realm by AJ. Oh, there he is. By the way, Casform, since you have been here for a little while, you should probably have almost enough points to get yourself a new avatar as well. Alright, where's it dropped us off? Where is this place? Is this next to the desert? Oh no, this is Levincia. Alright, we're gonna get out of Levincia. But yeah, because I just added some new stream avatars of more modern Tamagotchis. Which you probably can see with Awkward over there. I know Awkward is either lurking or still doing their D&D. It looks like our lovely D&D master, our DM from the Alchemist's channel, has given me the go for a particular journal entry. So I hope you guys are excited to see one of the new journal entries that I'm about to post after the stream. Because there may be lore-related stuff, because I had to actually do a double check with our DM about it. Because there was something that happened during the last campaign stream that I didn't get time to double check with it. Also, you get to see Zane's little drawings, so that's another good thing. Gotta catch up. What episode are you on? Or you just haven't caught up on the journals? Because I know the journals are quite sporadic on when people post them. Ah, yeah, like Krem has just updated his journals, so... Alright, you got everything you need, Cass? I'm always busy or asleep, so... Sleep cause it's so late when D&D streams happen, so... Learning journal? No, don't worry, it's not the learning journal. Goodness gracious, the learning journal. I didn't mind the learning journal too much. It felt like a thing that I can do, like, simply, but, like, it didn't add anything, so I was always like, does this actually do anything? I mean, it does help because you can really see who's helping or not. I liked when I made videos for the learning journal. Yeah, I think some people did. I didn't want to do that because I don't like that sort of thing. There's my other DM joining in. You guys did a heckin' 5-hour D&D stream. Yeah, sometimes we just get too into it with all the role-playing and stuff. I wish we could play for 5 hours. Yeah, I wish we could too, but unfortunately our D&D streams are like in the at night, so it's like everyone's sort of dying from the lack of sleep. But yeah, we've been doing a bit of shiny hunting. I opened up some Pokemon cards. I did get a card that's worth $120, which was pretty cool. D&D is based, I want to do it. Yeah, sometimes it's always like... The hard part for D&D is just finding a group who wants to do D&D. That's why we were so excited for when Crescent was like, oh, we're doing D&D as a stream. I really want to get into D&D. Oh, you didn't need to bring all three. One was enough. Oop. Lettuce probably should put it all over here. Finding a group that wants to keep going to is like finding a shiny. Yeah, because one of our groups, we had a bunch of people and then time constraints started happening and then some of them weren't having bad sleep schedules and then eventually the group fell apart and we never played another session. Because even the DM was like, I can't find the motivation to continue on with the story. And I was like, oh. And yeah, when you're adults, that's also another thing too. Because one of the members of our D&D group, he's a full-grown man. He's an adult. Yet he's like, his character's the most chaotic thing, so you know. But like, he has a child who has to go to bed because they're like, how old are they? 3, 4? It's sentient, I think, but like it's, you know, very small and it has a bedtime. It takes 3 hours with that group. I'll take it. They're so fun to play with, fear included. Ah, thank you so much. I try to do my best. Right, I think that's all done with the picnicking. Sparkling, title, encounter. Okay, all good. Let's turn this union room off. Sentient, I think. I mean, you know how some kids are not sentient at a certain point? I found that out from my work where I think we were talking about kindergarten. And I was mentioning how I remember my first day of kindy and just basically standing outside the classroom and just wailing because I didn't want to be separated from my mother. And one of my colleagues was like, you remember your first day of kindy? And I was like, yeah, don't worry, it's thanks to the trauma. But nah, because apparently one of the other guys says his kid's just about to go into kindy. And she just basically just walked in as if, because she's apparently just, you know, dependable enough that she just walked in and just, that's it. And me fighting to spare my life. Let's see. Played last night. The entire sesh was a massive dungeon crawl with multiple waves leading towards a boss battle. Took no damage until the last round that took me out in one go. Oh my goodness, you just got one-shotted by the boss? Every dodge tank ever. They're like, yeah, just dodge everything until you die. You'd find a birthday gift for me? Aw, thanks. I can't wait for it to get stolen by Gleck. But yeah, I know the people over in the Alchemist channel do like playing the sessions as well. And it's really funny because if I had my 2 characters of like from Shawnee's D&D sessions compared to Zane from the Alchemist sessions, the sheer difference in how those characters are behaving and play would be like, you'd get massive whiplash. Yeah, to be fair, I was taking about 60% of its health by Tasha's Caustic Brew, which, by the way, is me puking into a cup then throwing it. That sounds horrific. I cannot imagine what that would be like. That's why attunements, no gremlin stealing. Oh yeah, true. The problem is that the gremlin who's been stealing the stuff is like, I took the stuff off him to stop him from doing stuff. And then he immediately stole it back because he found out it was gone. And he claims that his reason for that is like, oh, it was mine to begin with. And I'm like, the reason I took it off you is to stop you from doing the stuff. And stealing it back from me is not gonna give you any brownie points with me. My character's so done with this group. It's so funny. Like, you know that meme of the character with a bunch of leashes? Or the person with a bunch of leashes holding a bunch of kids? That's how my character feels, stressed at this situation. And then meanwhile, Zane is like, no thoughts, head empty. Well, one thought, but like, it's not the right thought. And pretty much, I think, what was it? Crescent even asked me like, oh, how do you make Zane like work? And I said, oh, it's just intrusive thoughts like 60% of the time. It's great. I love having intrusive thoughts. Because I can say things that are so lizard brained that and see just the reactions afterwards. That's just the fun of it. Ah, so like thanks, man. Oh, goodness. 44 acid damage per turn for 1 minute unless it's wiped off. Oh, okay. When it's wiped off, do you mean like, would that mean you have to, is it an action to try and clear it off you, and can you fail it? Can you fail to wipe it off? Or is it just like you have to just waste an action to make sure that you get rid of it? My D&D character is an edgy half-elf warlock named Phantasm who's chaotic good. Yeah, I've historically played dumb characters. Now playing an artificer who's smart and not wise is a nice twist. Yeah. Wouldn't it be funny though? Like, this is not going to happen, but it would be funny if it turns out that Zane is actually really smart and he's just playing dumb. But no, don't worry. He's just really socially awkward and that's just him in general. But yeah, I know Mags and I have been catching up to do a little bit of lore. Because I did make my backstory rather unfleshed out for a little while. So we've been fleshing it out a tiny bit because apparently some people are getting really, like, really into it. He's just has a sword. I don't even think I have a sword mode. So you guys have an Econite. What's your criteria of them playing in combat versus how you played one as Leonid? I think it's similar to how we did it. It hasn't been used too often yet. I think it's only been used... Oh, no, it has been, but I just haven't been paying attention. It's been a while since I've played Echo Knight. He kills anyone who's perceived as evil, even if they're not evil. Like a shopkeeper with outrageous price he would kill. Nah. I don't think we have any characters like that, thank goodness. We don't have any inherently evil characters. I've never really played an evil character, I must admit. I would love to try it one day in a D&D stream. Not stream, session. I'd love to play as a character who's actually pretending to be good, but is actually just, I don't know, evil. Or maybe the final boss sort of evil. I think that would be fun. Just trying to, like, pretend to be, like, someone. The one feedback I have on your D&D streams is shows subclass on the little character things. I know there's one that says Storm Sorcerer and Echo Knight. Knowing what the sub is would be really nice. No worries. I can always send that over to Crescent. But I don't think there's many people with subclasses, so maybe that's why it hasn't really been placed there. I think it's only like yours says Warlock, but not Celestial Warlock. Ah, okay, right. I can actually fix that myself. I can let them know. Maybe it's just also like just keep things simple, because there are some people who have never played D&D before as well, so maybe just having just one term like Warlock and stuff like that would be a lot easier. And what types of Druid? Gotcha. I understand what you're talking about, so yeah, I'll bring it up with Crescent and see what they think, and if it's something they can do, because we have been slightly adjusting our overlays from time to time just to try and make sure everything fits smoothly. That might be just another case of everyone's just got to slightly adjust their overlay again. Yeah, iterating as you go. Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty exciting. Like, I know last sessions was very, very story heavy. There's a lot of, I would say it's one big downtime, which was what last session was. Not that it was bad or anything like that, but man, everybody was so, like, on edge the entire time. I felt a little bad with how on edge everyone was for something that was supposed to be literally someone's birthday party. But unfortunately, just everyone was like really suspicious of a person who just showed up that we've never met. Because I know, even though Jaxie did have a bit of a trouble getting the words out, he did. I think he must have had earlier an insight that on this NPC that showed up. Meanwhile, monks are in desperate need of love and rework here. Says you like Danganronpa, you should play Your Turn to Die. I think I've heard that one before. Very vaguely, though. And as much as I like Danganronpa, I haven't played any of the games. I just watch people play the games. I'm a chronic game watcher, I think. There'll be times where I'm like, that game sounds interesting, and I'll just watch someone play it rather than play it. I think a big reason of that stems from me often not wanting to play horror games, so I watch people play horror games that know what they're doing. Because I couldn't stand the idea of playing horror games, because I'm pretty sure if I play horror games, my heart might give out at some points. I come every time I play a monk, I put in the work. Yeah, I think the reworking is so that you're not overpowered as hell. I think that's the true thing of the monk. I'm pretty sure the monk is like has stupidly busted things. I'm pretty sure I've even like my only knowledge of monk being busted is like even when like Matt Mercer in Critical Role was like getting annoyed by the monk just bullshit. But yeah, I don't think I've ever played those. Well, I've only played like very few sessions, so I tend to play as sorcerer-based people, like people who can use magic. Key points certainly don't help. Yeah. If you don't like horror games, you should play Doki Doki Literature Club. We were just talking about that cast film. Did you not hear us talking about it? We were talking about it like during the when we were hunting for the Vivillon. Never mind, lol. We were talking about games that you have to try and explain to people. But you like tell them to play them, but you can't explain why to play them. And we were talking about things like obviously Doki Doki, as well as like Slay the Princess, which is another visual novel, which is really good. But yeah, it's another visual novel where you have to play it blind because that's the whole point of it. Like, to get the full experience. But yeah. They need a little bit of TLC. They start to take a dip around level 4 to 5. Right. What levels are we? I think we're level 4 in this campaign, so we're still Babby level right now. What is that? Can't even. There's something in the grass. That's another Smoliv, but it's not shiny. So hard to see. Smoliv's like buried in the grass. But yeah, I am looking forward to our 2 D&D sessions next week. I know a good campaign from the top of my head. Yeah, I have 2 memorized. I'm pretty sure the biggest campaigns a lot of people know of is literally what, maybe Critical Role and the Roll20, I think it is, or not Roll20. What's it called? Beyond something. The one that has Brennan as like Dimension 20. That's it. I was mixing it up. Though there is another one I could recommend is Legends of Avantika, I believe, or Vantris. I believe that's what it's called. They do shorts on YouTube, and they just seem to be having so much fun. They have very good chemistry with each other. Hey, there he is. We got him. He's a very small one. No, not the timeable! No! No! Dang it! It's my least favorite ball and I accidentally fat-fingered it! No! Oh, I was trying to go for the dusk ball and I hit the button one too many times. Well, I guess it's in a timer ball now. Yeah, I know, crit capture too. On turn 1 when it's like the worst thing. One where Phantasm meets you in a tavern and asks if you want to be his apprentice. Right. Depends on the campaign, level cap, and class, I think. Right. We still have a lot of time, so I think we should just book it to somewhere else now. Actually, I can pause the timer doing this. Watch this person's video on where to go for shinies. Could go for Capsicid and Bramblin. Yeah, I'll head to the desert. Okay. It's a mood. And on campaigns level caps and class. Yeah, that's true, because some campaigns aren't made for certain levels and stuff like that. Or like... And then there's the nonsense we had, remember, Shawnee, when we got, our rogue pulled that sun card and got everyone an extra level. Teleports to castle, turns into Roman Colosseum, fight him, you win, ask him 3 things, and you get him then? I'm not sure if I totally understand that. Oh wait, there's like everything here. Like how the person said Capsicid and then it's immediately just like... Well, if there's one thing that you can learn is that if you see Bramblins getting blown away by the sandstorm, they're not shiny. So fun fact, the shiny cannot be blown away by the sandstorm. So if you see Bramblins just uncontrollably being blown away, they're not shiny. The problem is that the sandstorm makes it so hard to see anything else. I must have missed the first part of your conversation, Cast Film, because I have no idea where this is going from. Whoa, you found an outbreak of Silicobra. That's another shiny I haven't gotten, was the Silicobra line. Yeah, I don't know about this. This doesn't seem like a very great place to hunt right now. Where's a solo location? Oh, you just move closer up this way. Apparently there's more Capsicid down this way. Yeah, we also have to find out what happens after our session last week, because I'm pretty sure a bunch of us went drinking in that last episode, so who knows where everyone ended up. Well, I know where I ended up. I ended up back at home. Drunk, but back at home. We basically ended where we don't know the fates of, like, a bunch of people who were drunk. So it'll be very interesting to see how that goes. I really wish the sandstorm will end soon so I can see what I'm doing. In bed with a succubus, drinking the past time of all time. Pretty much. I think what we know is that 2 of the characters were not drunk. They didn't really participate in any of the drinking. I definitely was coerced by multiple people to drink in my character, but I did manage to make all the saving throws except for the, like, one of them. So I'm mostly okay. But I have Unseen Servant, and that took me home. 1,000, did you see Phantasm? Oh, is that isn't that Roblox thing? That sounds like what it is. Will be interesting to see if y'all make it your con saves in the morning to see if you're exhausted. Yeah, that would be another thing too. But I think, I don't know if Mags is going to have it that another week is going to pass. I think it's like we're spending 2 weeks in that area and then leaving, because they did make us do some rolls for... Well, at least they made me do some rolls for stuff. For, like, the entirety of the week, we roll a D100 to see if we're able to accomplish what we're doing. Because everybody has different things, roles they want to do. So I think Mags is getting us to roll that off stream so that everything is ready to go when we go back to stream. I think that's what's happening. Are you doing Santhra's expanded downtime rolls? I think maybe? I believe they gave us like a chart of a bunch of things that you could do to help build. You could either choose to build your renown with other guilds, do tasks, learn skills, sort of thing. So I think I've been spending my time doing grunt work for my own guild at the moment, and also practicing one proficiency. And I think it's like you get a point system, and obviously you get more points the better you roll on the D100. Which thankfully, after doing all those awful rolls during our session on last Tuesday, apparently I was able to get a pretty good roll for the downtime for this one. Obviously, I don't know if I can say it, so I won't, but yeah. You were rolling garbage. I was, man. Like, even I knew that was garbage. It's my extremeth luck. It's either really, really good or really, really bad. But, hot damn, it was garbage. And it was all on the saving throws, which I needed it to do, because we're getting debuffs by the ghost of the past, or something like that. And it's all the good things I need, like, you know, all my stuff that I need, and I'm exhausted as well, so that's really not helping. And if this supposed ghost Elixion, the distorted voice of Elixion, I swear, if, like, it's gonna get to a point that if I go to sleep and Elixion shows up, I'm gonna be like, yo, man, was that you doing that shit in the ocean thing? Can you cut that out? We're trying to get shit done. You can do the exhaustion thing later. It's a shame that he doesn't listen to me. I would roll, like, a persuasion roll on him to just be quiet and let me focus. But right now, because I'm exhausted, my advantage rolls don't even do that well. I really don't think it's him down there. That's my general thoughts. Obviously, you can't tell me anything about it because, you know, you're the DM. But I honestly don't think it's him. I think it's something pretending to be him. But like I said, it is unknown as of this point. All I know is I got bitten by fish. And we got attacked by a corrupted shark, so we're not doing so well. Oh, come on! I'm just a little mad that I thought that only the room was going to collapse, not the whole tunnel. And me and our sorcerer wouldn't have been caught off guard by that thing collapsing. I always pack dynamite. We're in an underwater. There's no... The collapsing meant it just basically we needed to breathe. Oh. Hey. Sorry about that, Shawnee. There are stream elements. You probably typed a huge text box, so... Has Indiana Jones taught you anything? Yeah. Unfortunately for us, none of us are just carrying a stick of dynamite. Thank goodness, because we have a guy who probably would use a stick of dynamite way too often. He's definitely a pyromaniac. Because every time we do something, he's like, maybe we should just burn it to ashes. And we're like, maybe no, maybe we shouldn't. Anyways, I should mark down that stream elements took out Shawnee's kneecaps. You know. He is chaos. He really is, honestly. And the worst bit is that he does get karma, and then he just wiggles his way out of the karma. Like, I don't think he's had... A message was so long, it was a list of all the debuffs at the moment. Ah, okay. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I can see what all my debuffs are. Because you wrote it down on the planning, wasn't it? But currently, I have exhaustion, 1 point. I also have a thing that if I do a weapon attack I do extra 1d6 damage of psychic, but I also take that same amount of damage that's rolled. So I take recoil damage. And then I have disadvantage on charisma and saving throws and checks, which is like the worst thing ever because I need those like desperately. Charisma is my best stat. I know, I'm a bard too, so it's like it's annoying. I do have really good stats on it, but like having disadvantage is never fun. I'm just now been converted to a bard that needs a coffee. And is getting nowhere. Is it that one Cyanide Happiness episode? Man, they do like animations, don't they? It's been a while since I've looked up anything Cyanide Happiness. I used to binge that stuff when I was a kid. Oh, I shouldn't say a kid. I was probably in high school, I think. When it was like sort of becoming a bit big. I mean, it's still somewhat big, but I don't hear about it as often. They're probably still trucking along. They made a card game and vanished, lol. Oh, really? They haven't posted anything since? Well, I mean, that's probably why I haven't heard anything since. I didn't realize they just disappeared like that. Well, I mean, they made their mark, so... The card game's pretty fun from the popular eye. Right. Because, yeah, I think that's all. The last thing I heard, like, a major thing was that they make it a card game, and then nothing really much after that, so... I mean, they've done their thing, so maybe it's better that way. And I have seen the card game. I'm always every time I see this card game from time to time in like a good games, I'm reminded of it. I'm like, oh yeah, Cyanide and Happiness. So they have a very distinct art style too, so you won't be forgetting them anytime soon. Mm, 6 minutes left, or 5 minutes I should say. And then we gotta go move on to another sandwich. No. At least we found the small live. I'm a little bummed that I caught in the wrong ball, but that was really a fat finger moment there. They just did a ever short from the last 10 years. Okay. Oh, you mean every short from the last 10 years. I assume you missed a Y there. Unless it's literally called just ever. Wow, 10 years. Oh my goodness. And this is like them doing shorts and stuff like that. Like, they've been around for 10 years. That's so wild to think. It's like every time you hear about a video game and somebody tells you that that video game's been out for like several years and you just feel your body like shriveling. Signs are getting old when you find out one of your most beloved video games is considered a virtual console. I know, right? They start off as an online comic strip. Yeah, that's the days I remember. I remember back when I used to read their online comic strips. Now they're like making animations of board, like a card game. They went places for sure. That used to be a bit of a trend back in the... Yeah, X and Y's been out for 11 years, and it didn't get a sequel or a remake until ZA. See AJ disappearing. It's like me when I hear about some Zelda games, they're like, oh yeah, this game's been out for this long, and I'm like, lies. Yeah, Pikmin 2, 20 this year. Oh my god. Oh my god, Pikmin 2. Now Pikmin's like doing so well. Pokemon Emerald, 20 years, and that would mean Ruby and Sapphire. My first ever Pokemon games were a little bit older than that. There's a bunch of Zelda games I can think of, but I still play Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask to this day, and they're old as well. Kirby's now getting older. I think Kirby's going to be soon 30-ish. Monster Hunter is doing their sort of like big thing too, and I'm excited for Wilds. Again, I'll keep saying that every time I bring up Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter Stories is coming out, and that was on the 3DS. I played that years ago. It's coming out on the Switch again, and I'm really excited to be able to stream it, because I do like Monster Hunter Stories. It's such a unique take on the Monster Hunter world. Kirby's 30 already, yeah. Because I know my background is Kirby's 30th anniversary on my computer. Kirby is slightly older than me. Why is it so sandy? Because we're in the desert and we're talking about very old games. It might be the sand may also be parts of people who are slowly disintegrating over the fact that games are very old now. Like X and Y is now 11 years old. I wonder when the original Black and White came out too. They're probably getting old too. Because they were on the DS era. I'm only 23. How is the big bluff ball older than me? 2010. Is that when Black and White came out? So Black and White is like 14 years old at this point. But yeah, Kirby's old. Like Kirby didn't even used to be pink back in the day. Kirby used to be white. But I'm a roll, got an adult and clean the apartment. No worries. Thank you for just dropping by anyways. And I guess I will see you when we do our next D&D session. Which I assume is Tuesday Arvo as the usual time. I don't think it's changed. But yeah. Hopefully my rolls are a lot better when that time comes. Yep, no worries. Yep, on my birthday. I get D&D session on my birthday. Nice. But yeah, take care, Shoni. Get all the birthday you get birthday inspiration? Nice. You might need it considering where we're at. Alright. I think the sandwich is pretty much up at this point. I don't think Capsa Kid is going to show. Yeah, my sandwich is done. I'm gonna quickly evolve the Smoliv so we can get it to our believer. And then go to the next one. Let me needs to be something in Paldea. Yeah, it happens. Sometimes you do just get a streak of nothing. Oh, interesting. It's evolving here, I guess. Remember I did one grass sandwich, got 3 Amogus, yeah. Ready. One mon I haven't been able to catch at all, I think, is like was it Clorf? I think I've gone after Clorf a couple of times and have yet to see him. Oh, now it wants to evolve here. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Look at those black olives. Alrighty. 2 mons so far. Let's see what the time is. I think we can get one more sandwich in before the end of stream. Let's see. What do I... Oh, actually, I could just take a look and see what I got for my... I said I was gonna maybe catch a Pokemon that we got on the cards that we pulled today. that I might not have. Let me see if there was anything. Yeah, we were talking about Wog Trio, weren't we? We didn't find Capsicid. We already have all these other ones that I got here. Yeah, let's do a water sandwich, I think, and see if we can get a Wiglet. Because I don't have Wiglet. I do have Wog Trio, but not Wiglet. I think that will be a good place to end. Okay, I just need to look up where to find Wiglet, because the unfortunate thing is that Wiglet and Wog Trio, you know, there's a particular place you can go, but they're like, you're more likely to find Wog Trio, I think. No, that's just somebody finding a Wiglet. Need to find the locations. Water is a bit of a weird one because there's so much water area that a lot of people tell you not to hunt for water types. Yeah, it's in that beach area. It'd be neat if someone else joined. Cough, less work for me to do. What do you mean? Just here should be. Can you get off my table, please? Wasn't the game the lag? I think it's cucumber that I need to get. The same ingredients for you, cast form, so don't change that. Yeah. Also, you don't have to use all 3 toppings. You can use just one. Oh well. Oop. Oh, that onion. It's hanging on for dear life. I think it's still on. I think it still counts. It didn't fade away, so I think it still counts somehow. Alright. It's all good. Alright, final sandwich for the stream. Oh, weird, it put me over here. Scoot up all the way over here. Yeah, here's the worst part. There's no close warps to the location I need to get to. Oh, you're going for a Poplio hunt? I guess you're just hunting for all the starters. Be careful with Poplio. Poplio's a bit of a hard one to see. But yeah, I'm gonna, once the stream is over, I'm gonna do a big cleanup of my room. It's a bit messy, to say the very least. And then I've got to sort out all my cards as well, but journal entry will get posted, because I think I can see Krem posted his. But yeah. I also am excited to see if the other players will react to the journal post, because they do enjoy the journal posts. Everyone does enjoy reading each other's journal posts. It's a bit of a shame that we can't see what other people think. I think there is a chat where the audience can chat with each other on the Discord for The Alchemist. But yeah, it's pretty much hidden from us as the players, because those people are speculating and such. Yeah, you can see here it's just Wug Trios as opposed to Wiglets. Wiglets do show up, but it's mostly Wug Trios. Oh, there's a couple more Wiglets here. We're looking for a golden Wiglet. Yeah, it seems like Wug Trio spawns on this side more. Need a hydrate? I can do a quick hydrate. Because I can now pause the game. Yeah, I think I did see you mention that you're already... Oh no, you said you had Cloth. I already have Wug Trio myself. I just need Wiglet. And I can have that line complete. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stick to this side of the beach, because I think if you go too far the other side, it's just mostly Wug Trios. Yeah, I have hydrated now. I feel like I've done quite a bit of talking today, or it feels like it. It's weird, because I did quite a lot of talking when we did another code, but it doesn't feel as much as I'm like, oof, that's a lot of talking sort of thing. But I guess we did do a lot of sitting down and just listening. But yeah, we did finish another code last stream. And I actually decided to spend a little bit of time looking up about another code. And its original form, because obviously there was a Wii version as well as a DS version. And it's kind of strange, but like the DS version and such, as well as like the Wii version, are somewhat different from the Switch version. Like there's a lot of things that are like completely changed about some characters. And some of the puzzles are changed. And yeah, the original DS one actually did have a bad ending. But yeah, the Switch one does not seem to have that. Yeah, it was quite interesting to just read up, and I was just like, oh, there's different endings and stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't find this out until after stream, so I couldn't really discuss it and stuff like that. But yeah, the DS version and even the Wii version had different, like, different things. Some of the differences aren't too big, but some of them are, like, drastically different too. But unfortunately, I can't really talk too much on those games because it'd be a bit of a spoiler. But it was also strange. It wasn't strange, but I guess it was like interesting to hear that there were quite a few people who didn't really like the Switch version. But they were usually like a lot of people who played the original versions. Because when I played the Switch version, I've never played the other ones. I've thoroughly enjoyed my experience. So I'm wondering if it's the Switch, like the the DS version for a lot of people was considered seen as like superior or not. Yeah, don't know. I would say I enjoyed my playthrough of it, and that's pretty much all that matters. And at some point I will have both those games onto the YouTube channel. I also forgot that I have not published Puffy Pink up on the YouTube channel. I'm like, whoops, better get that done. Where's my Switch Elect Bits remaster? Yeah. There's so many games that could be ported to the Switch that I'd love to see ported to the Switch. I know! Tomodachi Life! I really would love to see Tomodachi Life. We got Miitopia, which is one of my favorite 3DS games. Tomodachi Life would be so good. Put all my OCs with the updated Miitopia graphics on there. Oh, what a dream. And there are a vocal group of fans who are like, we want Tomodachi. If you've never experienced Tomodachi Life, it is wild. Wasn't there a mobile Mii game? It was. It basically got axed pretty quickly, unfortunately. I don't think there was too much substance to it, but it had some pretty cool, like, little things like costumes for the Miis and stuff. Miitomo, that's what it was. I did play that for a little while, but yeah, it is unfortunate it got axed pretty quickly. A lot of mobile games for, like, in the Nintendo category have been slowly disappearing. Not all of them. There's some big hard hitters. Yeah. I loved it. Yeah, Miitomo was fun. If you liked Miitomo, I think you would like Tomodachi Life. It is a bit hard to find it on the 3DS, but it's a great little game. Like, sometimes it takes itself way too seriously for what it is, and then sometimes it doesn't take itself seriously. It's great. I know there was some people being a little backlashy about the fact you can get married in those games, like your OCs can get married, but they don't allow same-sex marriage or anything like that. It's just very basic levels of marriage. The children are some of the scariest things as well. Pokemon Go, yeah. Oh yeah, they removed the original Angry Birds and made it $1. People liked it too much. Yeah, capitalism. But big hard hitters for like the Nintendo section are like Fire Emblem Heroes, Pokemon Go, which is more Niantic. Pikmin Bloom is something I play. Pokemon Masters EX makes a lot of money. But like, I'm pretty sure the Mario Kart Tour is either ended or like getting close to finishing. There was the Super Mario Run, I think that's closed. There was Dragalia Live. I'm so sad about Dragalia. I love Dragalia, and it's gone. Because it wasn't making any money, or like, in their eyes it wasn't making any money, because a lot of the stuff in Dragalia, being a gacha game, is so free, and I just enjoyed it so much in the music, and I miss Dragalia Life. I like Fire Emblem Heroes. I do too. But I am free to play most of the time, except for like the Fay Pass. That's my only contribution of money. And I know a lot of people draw flack on Fire Emblem Heroes, but like, at the same time, I mean, it's one of the quickest ways to like see some characters that you're like, oh, I didn't know who that is, sort of thing. Well, Danganronpa mobile game is a Japanese exclusive. That's another thing too, is that there's some games that are just Japanese exclusive. AKA, like, there was a Monster Hunter Online. Like, it had like, if you're a Monster Hunter fan and like, and just in general of like online, I've only just recently found out about it, but I think it's Online or Explore, I believe it's called. I don't know which one it was. There is now a Monster Hunter game currently, but maybe that's Explore. That's the one by Niantic. But there was a Monster Hunter game called something else that was like only available in Japan and like Canada for some reason. It was weird. Like, it was just available in like one English country and that's it. And they had Egyptian-based monsters. Like, how cool is that? And then none of these are available, like, out in the regular wild. It was my introduction to Fire Emblem. Interesting. So, Heroes was. My introduction to Fire Emblem was, like, what, Awakening. and I've played most of the games since. Obviously, I haven't played any of the older games, but I have played, like, some of the newer games. But yeah, Awakening was definitely my first game. Marth and Melee for me. Yeah, I knew about Marth and Roy in Melee, and I knew about Fire Emblem, but there wasn't really an easy way for me to actually play a Fire Emblem game. Because I didn't really know anything about, like, the Wii games, like Radiant, like the Radiant Dawn games and stuff. Radiant, I don't know what the first one's called. I just knew Ike was cool once Ike showed up in Smash Bros. Brawl. That was cool. But, like, my knowledge on Fire Emblem was very limited until, like, Awakening, when I was able to see the demo, and I played the demo, and I was like, oh, I have to continue playing this. That was pretty much it. That demo changed my life in terms of, like, playing Fire Emblem. Was playing the demo for Awakening and being like, I have to continue from here. I can't just not know what's happening next. Played Heroes, Engage, and doing 3 houses. Nice. So I believe I've played Awakening, Fates, Echoes, Shadows of Valentia, 3 houses, and Engage. I think that's... Oh, and Warriors, but that doesn't really count. Oh, and technically I've played Tokyo Mirage Session. That's technically a Fire Emblem game. I do want to stream Tokyo Mirage Session on this one day, just to see what people's reactions are to the fact that it's technically a Fire Emblem game. Because it's more like a Shin Megami Tensei game than a Fire Emblem game, but like, no kidding, it's such a, like, such a fun little guilty pleasure of mine. The music's great, the combat's not too hard to learn. Sure, sometimes it's a bit odd because it's set in a modern day, but I just thoroughly enjoyed it. When I got to play it on the Switch, when it got re-released on the Switch. There's a floating car. There are several floating cars. Yeah, I know my dad's played through, like, most of 3 houses. That's his knowledge on Fire Emblem. He hasn't tried Engage yet. I think he was a little turned off by the first part of the game. Of Engage, funnily enough. He was like, why does this protagonist keep yapping? Pretty much. He was like, why are they such a crybaby? And I'm like, don't worry, it gets better, hopefully. I mean, in terms of, like, actual gameplay, it is pretty solid, Engage. I know a lot of people are a little bit iffy about, like, the art style and the direction of some of the things. But yeah, there is a lot of talking. But that's Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem's always been about a lot of talking. And it can be a little campy at times, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I think my favorite part... I think they also made the protagonist quite likable. I did like Aaliyah as a protagonist. That was probably what puts Aaliyah slightly above Byleth. I like Byleth's design. Only the male one, because I usually play only the male characters. That's just me. And I don't really like female Byleth's outfit. It's a bit too much. If it was the same as male Byleth's outfit, I think I would have gotten a better pass. But yeah. But Byleth is a silent protagonist. That's the problem, I think. And I'm glad that they're slowly moving away from that, because they literally got Shez in Warriors. Oh, no, it was like, was it 3 Hopes? And I much preferred Shez. I really like Shez. He's probably up there as one of my favorite, like, main protagonists now. I always play the females in RPGs. Yeah, everybody has their choice. Sometimes you just gotta look at the outfits and being like, yep, I think I'd rather play as this gender. Protag from Engage is the only reason I beat the game. I had no clue about class at the time. Oh, okay. Yeah, usually the main character has a decent set of, like, equipment and skills to, like, beat the game. They couldn't touch him. Yeah. And I think I played on normal. It was a bit of a shame, though, because, like, I think a big, strong part of Engage also is its characters. And a lot of them sort of get a bit sidelined, but that's, like, most Fire Emblem games. But if you go into their supports, that's where they grow. And the worst part is that some of the characters in Engage were not great in terms of like battling. So you kind of had to go out of your way to like get support combos, because some characters are great in their supports. And I just missed out on a lot of good supports because these characters were slowly getting benched because I was using certain characters over like other ones. And I mean, like, who wouldn't use Panette? Panette was great. I think she may be up there with my favorites. Vanda was awful. Yeah, I know. For the archetype he was, Vanda was really bad in terms of his stats. And I was just like, why is he so bad? Like, the 3 retainers you get at the beginning of the game, usually, like, 1 or 2 of them should, like, keep up with you. And, like, by the point I got to near the end game, I'm pretty sure, like, for me, I only used, like, 1 twin, and that was, like, Clan. Or Clan, I believe his name is. Like, the other 2 fell off too hard for me to, like, pick them up again at some point, because I was picking up other characters that could do the job better, in my opinion. But yeah, if I ever play Engage again, I think I'll do my... They at least made it easier way to, like, grind up support points, thankfully. They added that in the update. And I still haven't played the DLC, so no spoilers on that. But yeah, maybe if I get a chance to stream it, that would be good. I think there's another downside to Engage, is that you need to have some knowledge of other Fire Emblem games because of the Engage rings. Because the Engage rings are all, like, based on characters of, like, previous games. The only reason I kept Fram was for healing. Right. I can't remember who I used for healing. I think did I use Jean? I might have used Jean. Can you get married in that Fire Emblem game? Yes and no, question mark? So it's weird. It's not technically marriage, but like a long partnership sort of thing. And they compensate with that by being that you're able to, like, choose anyone regardless of your gender. And some characters see it as a partnership, some characters see it as a trust of friendship, you know. And some characters, like, legitimately see it as a marriage, so it depends on the character as well. The ending you needed to know went with which enemy, right? I don't know what that means, but yeah. Because obviously we can't really talk too much about it if I want to do streaming of it at some point in the future. Yeah. Who did I give the Engage? Actually, if I remember rightly, the marriage option, I chose not to get married or anything like that in Engage. I just chose to stay solo, if I remember rightly. But maybe I'll change my mind next time I play it. That's the issue, is that I didn't see enough supports. If I'd seen more supports, maybe I would have, like, come to really like a character. But the thing is like, some characters I just really liked, but I couldn't see them, you know, in my mind, because I think I made my character... Because you can name your character, but I left Alear as Alear. So in my mind, I was like, no, I don't really see him going with that particular person, sort of thing. Final boss has... Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can't really talk too much about that, because, I mean, final boss material is technically spoilers. But I do know what you mean. You can actually get unique dialogue, I think, depending on which ring you use against which of those things. Which is really, really cool. But it's also another... You need to have knowledge of these games to, like... to know who goes with who, sort of thing. And for me, a lot of the, like, earlier games, I'm just like, I have no idea, really. Like, I know basic knowledge about you characters because of Fire Emblem Heroes, thankfully. But, like, in-depth's, like, not really there. Yeah, I got a few by random luck. I tried to, but a good portion of them I didn't figure it out. There's a Flareon. Not getting much luck with this Wiglet, unfortunately. And I'm seeing more Wugtrio, so I'm getting a little worried. I feel like there's a better beach to do this. But I don't know where, because... Unfortunately, Wiglet is one of those exclusively water types, so you can't, like, use another type of sandwich to try and only get that. Yeah, I did know that. There's a bad ending for, like, the final fight. Which, the bad ending in that game is really horrifying. Obviously, I'm not going to go into details about it, but, like, if you think about it too much, it's one of those really horrifying endings. I think I did decently well for that fight. I probably could have done it a little bit better. Like, I did get a couple of characters getting close to it, but yeah. It is, yeah. But it was really crazy that there was a bad ending. Like, I didn't even know that, and then I found out later on that, like, oh yeah, there's a bad ending, and I was like, there's a bad ending? And when I looked about it, I was like, oh shoot, there really is a bad ending, and I didn't even realize. Now I just want to play it again. Yeah. That's the power of talking about games. And talk about games and be like, hey, let's talk about this game, and then get people interested to play this again. But yeah, I have to go back to Engage at some point just to do the DLC. You know, because one of my favorite boys is in the DLC. There's an Engage bracelet, I believe they're called. They're bracelets because they're from an alternate world. But yeah. Might continue the classic maddening mode I was doing. Oh yeah. I think I do vaguely remember you mentioning about you were doing a maddening mode on something. I don't know about maddening mode. I think I was scarred by hearing about maddening mode back on Awakening and how it was so difficult that, like, it was almost impossible. And it was a luck-based thing rather than an actual skill-based at the beginning. But yeah, I don't think I've ever tried maddening mode in anything like that because I think it's a bit too much. I think I would try hard maybe next time. But yeah, maddening is not for me. I don't want to be like min-maxing things. If I get to a point where I'm min-maxing, then I'm just like, no thank you. It's like me with Nuzlocks as well. Like, I enjoy a hardcore Nuzlock and doing Nuzlocks, but I would never do like Emerald Kaizo or like run and bun, like those really those stupidly hard like ROM hacks where you gotta like specifically grind for specific Pokemon, grind their stats, grind their levels. Like, nope, absolutely not. Oh, in Three Houses, I did a classic mode, and I didn't notice one of my students till after the fight. Oh yeah, because like I don't like playing classic mode as well because that's just a personal thing. Because I want to get to know these characters. Maybe I'm a softie. It's weird. I can do it in Nuzlocke, but I can't play classic mode in Fire Emblem. Maybe it's also because I want to see all the supports, and if a character dies, that just cuts out all the supports. So you know. Maybe that's another reason why I'm not so keen to go back to some of the older games, because it's just exclusively classic mode. But yeah, that's just a me thing. Yeah, because in classic mode, I think at the beginning of the game, they need you to get past the academy stage, we'll call it. So your characters don't technically die, and they just make it that they die off screen instead. But yeah, if they die in the mock battles and stuff like that, it counts as a death. And there are some students you do not want to lose, for sure. Some students are like, not that great in battle, and then you got some students who are like, oh no, she's still walking around the school. Yeah, because I think, oh, like they don't, oh, weird. So like, you just can't use her in battle. She's just walking around. That's really odd. Maybe they didn't make her die off screen. But yeah, the first time you play Three Houses is always a shock. There's obviously big spoilers with things. I still remember like feeling so horrible when I got to like the first big level. I chose the Golden Deer house. And the first like volcanic level and the realization. I was like, uh-oh. It's always the first playthrough that you realize that, like, and then the big battle that happens after, which spoiler, 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 spoiler. So I'm not talking anymore on that. But yeah, that was rough. That entire part. Can't even give her lost item back. That is weird. Is it a glitch thing, or is it just because she may have like fallen in a battle that was not technically a life and death battle, that they just made it that she's just wandering around and you can't interact with her? That'd be odd if that was the case. But yeah. Like I said, I can't really give you much info on that because I have not played classic mode on any of the games. Got it before she fell in battle. Huh, weird. How much time do we have left? 5 minutes. Alrighty. And we're in a comfortable point in the stream to call it there as well. I think this sandwich is a bit of a bust, but, you know, you win some, you lose some. Plus, I think today's stream has been pretty successful. I've been enjoying it, for sure. Get to talk about video games I like, and that's always fun. But yeah, I know for one thing is that I have to get Paper Mario done before I go on my trip, because I will be gone for about 2 weeks. I've been trying so hard for that moth. Moth being... which one? If you're talking about Pokemon, there's a couple of moths. Iron Moth. Yeah, I still haven't gotten Iron Moth either. I think I've tried a couple of times, but I haven't, like, solely focused on it yet. Who knows? Maybe when we get back to Paldea, we'll do that. Because, I think it's next Monday, we're going to be doing, I think we're going to be focusing on a Alola Pokemon. So we'll be doing Alola stuff. And I will go back to Legends every once in a while, because I still have to get the Glam Meow, because I could easily get it in, like, using RNG manipulation in the old games, but it's because I'm so damn stubborn that I choose to get a Glam Meow in Legends. And I also still have to hunt for a couple of Hisuian Mons that we need. But yeah, most of Legends is done. It's literally just like a handful of like Hisuian Mons. And that's it. Completely forgot about the first two. Yeah. Because I was thinking it's either Iron Moth, like could be Venomoth, or like Slitherwing maybe. But that doesn't have Moth in the name. I found one too many Venomoths in this game. But yeah, I guess this coming Monday, which I guess is maybe Sunday for some of you guys, we'll be doing Alola hunting. So if you want to come and shiny hunt with me, with either sandwich method, or you just want to chill and just watch me shiny hunt, because that's all we're going to be doing for those 5-ish hours, just shiny hunting. You are definitely free to welcome. Free to welcome? What am I talking about? Goodness, I am definitely tired. You are free to drop by. I had a shiny Mothin, but I can't remember I gave it to. Ah, okay, gotcha. I think I've found a couple of Mothins in Legends as well. But that's another thing, at some point, I will start doing, like, giveaways of some of those Mons that we've caught in Legends that I have duplicates of. I have put on the Discord, like, a whole list of all the Mons that I am willing to trade people if they need them. I will put that image up on the on Twitch as well at some point. I'd need to do some updating on Twitch over the weekend before the next stream. But yeah, I will have we'll get Nightbot to do a trade thing, and I will send you a link of all the shiny Pokemon that I have spares, and if you would like them or need them, you can exchange a shiny you may have a duplicate for them. That's pretty much it. But yeah. Obviously, if it's something rarer, I'll obviously probably ask for multiple mons to trade. And if you're able to give me something that I can't get, like, I would say probably Scarlet exclusive mons. Or like mons that are just hard to get legendary wise, event wise, and stuff like that. I'll be more than happy to give it. If he has a bargaining in our DMs. Which I do need to make it more open to other people, not just sending DMs to one singular person. But yeah, I did make an image thing and it's in the Discord. So I will probably have it on the Twitch here so that next time on stream you can do !trade and it will show you all the shinies that are available. That way it's easier for people who may have just joined in. Oh wow, I timed that perfectly. 1 second left. I get this gimme ghoul that's been annoying me. Alrighty. No shinies for this sandwich. A bit unfortunate, but we did get finish the Our Believer line, which I'm happy about, and we've got another Vivillon, so that puts another Vivillon on the count. And yeah, as you can see here, there's some mons I need to go actually catch another one of as well at some point. I can put these away. Ooh. I can feel I'm getting a little tired now, so I think this is where we will call it. Overall, I think that's all that needs to be done for now. I will try and update the Twitch page as well, because I do need to do some updating. But we'll see. So, I guess I will leave it here. So I will be doing some updating for the D&D journals today. For those who are interested in that sort of stuff. I'll be updating a bit of this Twitch stuff so that next time, if you do have shinies that you don't need or would like to trade, I will have those available. I will warn you that most of those trades will probably be done on home for now. Unless it's like exclusively you have to do it in Scarlet and Violet, because that will probably mean I have to transfer it over. That can be a bit annoying. So, yeah. I do have my home code somewhere as a thing, as a command, so if you need to get that, you can always do that here. But, yeah. I guess until next time, which will be the Monday stream. So we'll have Monday stream, which will be our 16th shiny hunting session, because it's been a while. And then Tuesday will be the shiny birthday stream, where we'll be doing hunting for the Destiny Mark Mons. I have here that I've put Stardew Valley for Wednesday. There is a chance that it could be Stardew Valley, because it depends on the day, but because it'll be a short stream. I might switch it for the Lunala hunt, depending on how I'm feeling. And if not, we can do more of the Dynamax adventure on Saturday, and then we'll be back to our usual schedule the week after. Where I'll have to do some adjusting for Paper Mario, because I have to do an extra session for Paper Mario to catch up, since we did miss a stream for that this week. So, I'm gonna stop waffling on, let you guys go. Until next time, take care, everybody.